Hey everyone. Every so often I find a book that I really like, and this is one of them. This is Manifesto, the Revolutionary Sermon on the Mount, written by Greg Sidders. You can get it on Amazon. I know Greg, and I was able to read a number of the devotionals that he's written on the Sermon on the Mount as he was writing them, and they are really good. When I picked up the book, I skimmed through it, and then I ordered 4 more copies, so you know I like it. Let me tell you why I like it. First of all, the writing is fresh and captivating. It's not the same old tired stuff that you read. This is really good. And then the thoughts are provocative and exceptional. If you think you know the Sermon on the Mount, just read Greg's writing. I mean, it's just really thoughtful. Third, for those of us who are busy, I mean, do we have time to read a lot? Not really, but we're serious about following Jesus. And so these 60 devotionals on the Sermon on the Mount are just a couple of pages each, and it takes about 5 minutes to read every day. So you have time to do this. And then lastly, at the very end of each devotional, there's a question, a thoughtful question that applies the idea to your life. It sinks right down into your heart and makes you think about it all day long. So this is a really good book. Let me tempt you by reading just one of the entries. This one's called Today. Greg writes, "Not everything Jesus said was profound. We may imagine him to be an otherworldly figure who spoke mysteries inaccessible to the unenlightened, but sometimes what came out of the depth of the riches of the wisdom and knowledge of the Son of God was nothing more than common sense. For example, there is this rhetorical question, can any of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life?" Matthew chapter 6, verse 27. The most famous sermon in history, a message for the ages, and the Messiah states the obvious? How did such a trivial truism make the final cut? And there is more where that came from. Quote, "Each day has enough trouble of its own." Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. No one got goosebumps when Jesus said that. But love is not proud. It will stoop as low as necessary to tell us what we need to hear. And who among us does not worry about tomorrow despite the knowledge that it will do us no good? We can quote Bible verses by memory, but we fret anyway. Though God's peace is available to those who cast their anxiety on Him, our hearts pound and our minds spin as we choose to panic rather than to pray. Among God's new mercies every morning is a day's worth of serenity, but worry races ahead into tomorrow and manna turns into maggots. How hard it is to live life in daily increments, and yet this is the rhythm of nature. Yesterday is unchangeable, yet blood bleached. Tomorrow is an adventure that will unfold in God's time, regardless of our impatience or reluctance. But this is the day that the Lord has made, and every minute matters. There is stunning beauty to behold, fresh air to inhale, daily bread to taste. If you are fully present, both tears and laughter will come. Listen to the quiet, and you may hear the whisper of God. If your heart and hands are poised to love, surely you will feel the Spirit's nudge. As you do what you know is right and flee what you know is wrong, divine power will course through your veins. Even suffering will be endurable because of the companionship of the one who understands like no one else. So rejoice and be glad in the once-in-a-lifetime gift of today. And, quote, "Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself." Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. There he goes again, serving up the obvious. But imagine building your life on every obvious thing Jesus said. Wisdom is not measured, and joy is not released by how much we know, but by how much of what we know we do. And then he ends with this question. What are you worried about? How is your anxiety about what might happen tomorrow affecting your life today? And I leave you with that question. I'll think about it all day. You might want to pick this up on Amazon. Manifesto, the Revolutionary Sermon on the Mount by Greg Sidders. G'day.